Me and my friend Santosh of the team Syntax Sorcerers have created a website for tourists visiting our city of Bengaluru. Named Vibing in Bengaluru, we have learnt a lot by creating this website. We hope it's informative for people who are exploring our city.
We have created this website through Microsoft's code editor, Visual Studio Code. We have used HTML, CSS, and picture files. We have also used many new and interesting features of HTML5.
So, let's get started. First, we have implemented the basic HTML structure, including HTML, body, and head tags. The CSS has also been linked in the head tag.
Secondly, we have the title of the web page, including a short description of Bangalore. As you can see, we have added a linear gradient as the background of the section, which continues into different colors as we continue on the web page. To do this, we have used a certain CSS code that lets us implement this inside our website.
Next, we have implemented a navigation bar under the class name menu. Under this, we have all the topics covered in this web page: hotspots, eateries, weekend getaways, and historical sites.
Under the class name CH2, we have some interactive maps hidden behind flip cards.
How much have you
To
finished?
see the map, just hover over the flip card. The maps itself were made using the use map tag, as you can see here. With specified coordinates and internal hyperlinks, we were able to use this Bangalore map to visually show the location of each place, as well as allowing us to quickly navigate through the web page by using this as an alternative index.
The flip cards were made through CSS by the transform attribute to rotate the y-axis by 180 degrees. The front side of the flip card has the topic name and the back the interactive map. To do this, we simply use the flipkart front and flipkart back CSS classes with specific attributes.
Now, let's start with the body of the page. First, we have the main heading of Bengaluru hotspots under the section of class Bengaluru-hotspots, made to classify the linear gradient, that is the BG color of this section.
The basic format of each location is the name, an image, the source of the image, and a few lines about the location. There's also an embedded Google map for each location. This format is continued for all locations on the web page.
This web page wasn't done wholly with our knowledge. We have taken the help of a few companion websites to assist us. We have given a list of websites which have been tremendously helpful using an unordered list and a few hyperlinks at the end.
Now for a detailed explanation.
So here we have our basic HTML structure, the title being Vibing in Bengaluru, and we have linked the style sheet to the HTML page. After this, we open a new section under the class ch1, and then we open a new div under the class menu. So inside this, we're going to have the list of different main topics that we're going to be discussing about today, and that is a part of our web page. And below this, we're going to have the logo of our web page. So you can see that the items are going to float on the right and the logo is floating on the left.
Now we move on to the CSS. The menu class refers to the nav bar, which contains all of the index elements. The menu A refers to the index elements which navigate to the different parts of the web page. Menu A hover refers to how the index elements will behave when they are being hovered on. Menu image is in reference to the logo. The logo floats to the left is not along with the index elements. There is also the logo ID, which is given to change the size of the image.
Nextly, we have the main heading of the web page. So since Vibing in Bengaluru is the main heading, we have it under H1, and then we have some info or an introduction to the web page under H3. So in the CSS, we have the text align for center, the position absolute, top 50%, left 50%, and this transform translate minus 50% and minus 50% brings the text to the center of the web page.
Now, Let us move on to the section class CH2. We have a div class flipcard with a style attribute that declares the size of the flip cards. We have div class flipcard inner which refers to the content in the flip cards. Next, we have flipcard front which refers to the front of the flip card. We have a H1 which shows the text given on the front of the flip card. We have a H1 tag which shows the name of the topic. Next, we have div class flipcard back which shows the back of the flip cards. Inside it is an image which shows the image map, which is interactive and allows us to navigate to the different parts of the web page. This format is continued for all the other flip cards in the web page.
So under the CSS, we have the size of the iframes when you hover over them. So basically this is a transition. And we also have a little bit of image hover just to show a little perspective in our images. If we go a bit down, we can see that under all the main topics, we have the linear gradient, that is the BG color, assigned to each one of them to make this website look a little more interesting.
Now we move on to the main data. First, it starts off with the heading in H2 with the name as the respective. Next, we move on to the image of the location. After that, we have the source on H5 along with the href which takes us to the site which we took the image from. Next, we have a few lines on the location to give the reader more information. We have embedded the respective location from Google Maps using an iframe tag. This same format is continued for all the remaining data. Now, we move on to the sources. It is an unordered list with many list elements. Each of these has a H2 tag inside which there is an anchor tag in which the target is blank and the href refers to the specific website which you have taken information from.